A lost puppy discovers friendship. A magical tale for children. Do you know what a dame is? No, not a queen or a fancy lady in a storybook, though that would be grand. A dame is what the old folks in London call a lady who takes care of many things at once, like a house, a family, and sometimes even mischievous puppies. But this story isn't really about a dame. It's about one small Dalmatian puppy who wandered away from everyone he loved and how he discovered something far greater than he. The Lost Pup. Patch, one of Pongo and Perdita's spotted children, had always been the most curious. Where his brothers and sisters would nap peacefully, Patch's nose twitched at every sound and his paws itched to explore every corner of the city. One chilly evening, while the family was being herded back into their warm home, Patch spotted a paper boat floating down a puddle-filled street. It sparkled in the lamplight, swishing and swaying, as though it carried a secret. Without thinking, Patch bounded after it. The boat slipped through a drain, and so did Patch's courage. When he turned around, his family was nowhere in sight. The streets, once familiar, now stretched like endless rivers of stone. The lamps flickered. The night grew quiet. Patch was lost. Meeting the unexpected. As Patch's little paws paddled along the cobblestones, he heard a humming sound. Out from the night rolled a plump, gray tabby cat with whiskers that curled like ribbons. Well, what's this? A Dalmatian spot all on its own? The cat purred. Patch lowered his head. I was following something and now I can't find my family. The cat tilted her head, then burst into laughter. Families are tricky things. They vanish when you least expect it. But tell me, pup, do you know what friendship is? Patch blinked. Isn't friendship just playing with my brothers and sisters? Ah, the cat said, whiskers twitching. That's one kind of friendship. But sometimes, friendship finds you in the most magical, unexpected places. A forest of lanterns. The cat, who introduced herself as Minerva, led Patch out of the city and into the edge of the countryside. There, hidden behind tall hedges, stretched a field strung with glowing lanterns. The lanterns bobbed as though tied to invisible threads of starlight. Welcome to the Forest of Lanterns, Minerva whispered. It's where lost things gather. Patch's eyes widened. Lost things? Like me? Exactly. But don't be afraid. Look closer. Patch peeked beneath the lantern light and saw not only forgotten toys and hats, but also animals. A hedgehog with a patched backpack, a squirrel who carried a compass, and even a timid rabbit with a crown of daisies. All of them had been lost once. Yet here they laughed, shared food, and told stories. For the first time since being separated, Patch felt a spark of warmth. The lesson of the hedgehog. One hedgehog waddled over, offering Patch a crumb of biscuit. First time lost? Patch nodded. The hedgehog chuckled. I was once left behind on a picnic. Thought I'd never see my burrow again. But you know what I found? What? Patch whispered. That being lost led me to friends I'd never imagined. I still found my way home, but I returned braver because I knew I wasn't alone in the world. Patch chewed the biscuit sleeve. Could it be that being lost wasn't only scary? It could also be magical? Choice to make. Just as Patch began to feel comfort, the lanterns flew. A gust of cold wind howled through the field. From the shadows slinked a figure Patch recognized instantly. Cruella de Vil. Spotted pup, Cruella screeched, her coat billowing in storm clouds. I knew I'd find one of you strays sooner or later. Patch trembled. His paws wanted to run, but then he looked around. The hedgehog raised his spines bravely. The rabbit thumped her foot, and Minerva arched her back, hissing. Patch realized something important. Before, he had been alone. Now he wasn't. Friendship gave him courage. With a deep bark, Patch darted forward, weaving between Cruella's legs. His new friends caused enough commotion, rustling, thumping, and scratching, that Cruella tripped and landed in a heap. The lanterns flared bright, sending her fleeing back into the darkness. Finding the way home. After the danger passed, Minerva licked her paw calmly. See, little pup? You discovered friendship when you needed it most. That's the real magic. Patch's heart glowed as warmly as the lanterns. But what about my family? He asked. The squirrel with the compass chattered. Families have a way of finding their own. Follow me. With the help of his lantern friends, Patch retraced his path through the fields into the city. Sure enough, as dawn blushed the rooftops pink and gold, he heard a familiar voice calling. Patch! Patch! It was Pongo, his father, racing down the street with Perdita close behind. Patch bounded into their embrace, wagging his tail furiously. A pup changed forever. That morning, as the Dalmatian family curled together, Patch told his brothers and sisters about Minerva, the lanterns, and the friends who had helped him. His siblings listened, wide-eyed, while Pongo and Perdita nuzzled him gently. You were brave, Patch, Perdita said, and you learned something many pups take years to discover. Family is precious, but friendship is a treasure that can light you away when you feel most lost. Patch smiled, imagining the lanterns glowing forever in the field. He wasn't just the curious puppy. He was the pup who had found magic in being lost, and who had discovered that true friendship is what makes us strong. The end. Moral of the story. Being lost is not the end. It is often the beginning of discovering new friends, new courage, and the magic of kindness. Friendship can guide us home even when the path is dark.